Okay, I think that's it. Are we? Oh, shoot. Says it's private. What is going on? Let me see what's up here. Can you guys hear me? It says I'm private. I don't know why. Oh, there we go. There we go. Nick Basaraba. Can you hear me, bro? Let me. It says I'm private. There we go. All right. For some reason, I had a weird thing that says I'm private. I'm not sure. But guys, if you can hear me, let me know. I don't see a chat. We got some weird stuff happening. Okay, there we go. We got some people on. It's just looking different for me. I'm not seeing the comments. It says comments are not supported on private videos. Who knows? I could see comments on my phone. So that's all that matters. Guys, so I'm going to have to figure out how to put this up here so I can actually see the comments as they come in. Let me go like this. Amazing. Okay, looks like we've got Nick Basaraba. Actually, let me push record first. Hold on. Let me push record. I don't know why this is private. Whoops. Okay, let's do this. Beautiful. Thank you for that automated note, Zoom. Guys, welcome to the DRE Show, episode 36. Guys, we're going to be discussing the Sweatpant millionaire lifestyle. If you are on this live right now, I want to hear from you. I want to know where you're at. Give me something so I know who's on this. I could see that Future Developers on, Nick Basaraba's on, Aaron Vogler's on. Who else is on this live stream? If you can hear me, let me know in the chat, guys. Today, I got a lot that I want to cover, and we're going to be talking about this theme, the sweatpant, as I call it, the sweatpant millionaire lifestyle. But please let me know in the chat. I'm looking down here at my phone. If you can hear me, or if you haven't commented yet, let me know so that I can see who we are talking to. While you do that, we're going to bust into the Amino Energy Electrolytes Blueberry Lemonade and get ready to crank on this show. If at any time you guys can't hear me, please let me know. Hopefully the internet holds up for us. It's much better than it was in Africa, but that doesn't mean it's great. So guys, what's going on? How was the week? How did everybody do? Who got a deal this week? Did anybody on this stream get a deal this week? Okay, I want to know if you got, for two questions. Number one, did you get a deal? And number two, if you did not get a deal, did you spend time cold calling? I want to know that in the chat. Did you get a deal? A. B, did you spend time cold calling? Let me know. Tanner, what's going on? He said, all good, let's roll. Caesar's on. Give me a little smiley. Oh, yeah. You dirty dog, aminos. Who got a deal this week? Did anybody get a deal? Okay, nobody got a deal. No worries. Who made cold calls? Raise your hand or comment if you made cold calls. Let me pull my mic a little bit closer so you guys can really hear the thunder of my voice here. Okay, Nick Basaraba says, yes, sir, got one, got multiple people hooked, baby. Nick Basaraba, please clarify me. Did you get a deal? Is that what you mean? Did you say you got one or you cold called? You got one hooked or you got a deal? Excellent job, by the way, putting in the freaking reps. We're going to be talking about that today. Caesar says, no deal this week, not generating enough calls to close. Caesar, how many are you generating? You'd be surprised. You don't need to generate that many calls to close a deal. I understand sometimes when we get into this, we have that apprehension. Oh my gosh, I'm going to get this deal, and then the leads aren't going to come in. And I totally understand that. But once you've done this for a while, you can sell it in such a way that you let the business owner know, hey, Mr. Business Owner, hey, Mrs. Business Owner, this isn't going to be consistent for a while. Until we get this website ranked, it is not going to be consistent for a while. Okay. Let's see. Aaron Vogler. Okay, hold on. Didn't get a deal, but I did cold call for SEO. Future Developer. Excellent job. Aaron Vogler says, I cold called 100 plus for SEO. Aaron Vogler on a mission.
On a mission, 17 years old on a mission. Yemi says, I made some outreach. What does that mean? Did you make some actual cold calls? Tell me this wasn't email. Because guys, the funny thing is the thing that people fear the most is the most effective thing, and that is the phone. Yes, I understand email. You can automate and this and that and the rest. But the reason why everyone wants to gravitate towards email is because it's not scary. It doesn't make your stomach want to fall through your ass and that those butterfly feelings like you're going on a roller coaster. It's terrifying. It's still terrifying for me, but I love that you guys are doing this. Tanner says, I have a one-pager set up and running ads right now, waiting on leads to come in. Excellent. Nick Basaraba got a deal. Nick Basaraba, I wanted to ask that question because congratulations, my friend. If you have not posted it already, I want to hear about it. Post it inside of Digital Landlord. Nick Basaraba is one of our students inside Digital Landlords. I want you to post it in both groups and let people know the details. You don't need to fake it. I want you to be completely transparent about the deal. How many leads did it take? How long did it take? You know what I like about Nick Basaraba is he did what many of us do. He went and chased shiny objects. He went and chased this, chased that, was selling cars, and he's back. He's back, baby. Nick Basaraba, I want you to message Ashley. You're our first winner. I'm going to jump ahead of myself. I'm going to be giving away a bunch of swag, a bunch of merch today. Nick Basaraba, message Ashley. Tell her that you won swag on this show and put me in a group with her and go ahead and get yourself a nice little t-shirt, bro. Get yourself a nice t-shirt. Excellent job, Nick. Caesar, 2 guys on the hook. Excellent. Mylan says he cold called around 40. Excellent. Yemi, I called no pickup, so I sent emails. Yeah, Yemi, if you called, which I love that you're sitting down, you're making the effort, and that's a great step. And I had this conversation with Francesca and myself and Kyle. We cold called on Friday. Guys, I think I'm just going to do it every Friday. I love it. It terrifies me, and I love it at the same time because every time I wake up on Friday morning, I have this pit in my stomach. I'm like, oh my gosh, why am I doing this? I don't need to do this. I've got people to do this. I'm paying people to do this. But I go and I get down and I do it, and I have an amazing weekend because I'm like, I did something that sucked. I did something that was hard. And it allows me to speak from a place of like, I am doing this with you guys. And I'm not just saying I'm doing deals and my team doing it. I'm actually personally I made cold calls. I made cold calls. Me, Kyle, Francesca sat in the office on Friday. We started at 12:30 and we did 2 hours. 2 hours. Guys, let me tell you this, and I'm going to get into this a little bit in this call. Between me, Kyle, and Francesca, we all took turns. We had some different areas. Some of the deals we had leads in. I was testing things out. Can we go and hook a business owner without a lead? Can we go and hook a business owner where we don't have the name? Obviously, yes, we can, but how can we tweak the script? We were testing stuff. I have some websites I want to sell, but we were also testing stuff. And guys, I'm going to tell you, we spent 2 hours cold calling. And we did not one person that we talked to did we want to hook. There was a handful of people that we could have hooked that were like, they would have taken a couple free leads. But for one reason or the other, it was like, we just do commercial. We want to get focused on commercial. And I could tell that wasn't going to be a good fit because that specific niche, we weren't going to get a lot of commercial. So guys, I'm here to tell you that just because you make cold calls doesn't mean you're going to hook somebody. Just because you hook somebody doesn't mean you're going to close a deal. But the most important part, Yemi, is that you're doing it. Now, I want to make sure there's this distinction. Making cold calls is not the game. Unless you are talking to business owners, unless you are having conversations with business owners every single week, it does you no good. So for me, when I sit there and go, hey, I made 20, 50 dials, and I don't care about dials. I care about how many conversations that I have with business owners. That's what really matters because, guys, I spent 2 hours on this last Friday making cold calls. We were in the office. We were doing the thing. We took a small break to have some lunch in between. We had some Chipotle delivered. But we spent way more time and we talked to a lot of secretaries. We made a lot more dials last Friday. But the Friday before that, when I posted some of these videos on this channel, guys, I literally made 2 dials. And I talked to 2 business owners and I hooked 2 business owners. This is why these lists are so important. And one of the things I discovered through this is that our list building, one of the lists that we had was not great. It was not a solid list. We didn't have business owners' names. We didn't have cell phone numbers. And so I discovered, hey, this is why, and it reminded me of why we teach it that way, why you build the list before you sit down the cold call. So Yemi, I love that you're doing it. You're picking up the phone, you're dialing, you're willing to do it. But let's not forget that unless we're talking to business owners, we're not actually doing anything. And unless we're asking, it goes a step further, unless we're asking business owners for money on the closing call, we're never going to make money. You can't make money unless you're asking for money. And so let's not get that confused. But Yemi, I love that you're actually doing it. Okay. Okay. Who else we got? Future developer says, I have no problems cold calling anymore. I'm just frustrated. I can't close a deal. Future developer, I get it. I totally get it. How many deals have you gone to the closing table? How many deals have you gone to the Zoom close? And what happened? Let me know in the comments. We're going to be addressing that. Curtis Horn, good morning. Good morning, everyone. Guys, what a beautiful day to be alive. It's beautiful out there. It looks like it's about 87 degrees. I could see the blue glistening pool, my neighbor's pool. Mine, I can't see it from where I'm sitting, but it just looks sunny and nice. And it is a beautiful day to be alive and be making money. I'm not going to use that term. Okay. Zero hooks, which is why the one testing makes so much sense. Okay. Beautiful. Guys, let's jump into this call. I've got a few things I want to cover really, really quick, and we're going to get right into it. So guys, again, today, the DRE Show, episode 36, becoming and living the Sweatpant Millionaire Lifestyle. Let me get a sip. Okay. Guys, how's the Versace Robe looking? I think I need another color. I'm feeling like maybe getting another color. What do you guys think about that? And this is going to play in nicely to what we're talking about today, because we're going to be talking about working from home, living that I can wear whatever the hell I want lifestyle. And I've got a lot of things I want to say. Some of you guys might be sitting there going, oh, I already know this stuff. No, you don't. I've been doing this since 2017, and I did it very wrong in the beginning, very wrong, to the point where I was like, oh man, I don't know if I can do this whole thing, this whole working from home, whatever. It looks so good on the outside, but in reality, it's not working. And I got the kids knocking on the door, and I got this, and it was just a thing. We're going to talk about all that today. Okay. I want to cover one or two things really, really quickly. Number one, I personally, guys, listen to this very carefully. I personally have seen a uptick in our negative comments, in our troll comments on this channel, on my TikTok, on my Instagram, you name it, right? On all kinds of stuff. Inside the Facebook group, more people trying to spam. And I've noticed this. And maybe some of you guys have, maybe you haven't. And I'm not going to hide that. I'm going to let you guys know, and you guys can look for it, whatever. I'm going to tell you right now, and I want to bring this up for a specific reason. I'm telling you right now, I ain't deleting the comments. Okay. And by the way, how do I know this? Because we answer every single comment. If you guys comment, we do everything that we can to try and answer every single comment. And guys, if it's a question that I can't really answer without you getting in the program, I'm going to tell you. If it's a question that's going to take too long to explain, I'm going to make a YouTube video. But I want to be the person that adds massive value. So I try to answer every single comment. Okay. So if you've left a comment before and I haven't responded, please let me know. I'll try my best to answer. So we're going through all the comments. And I'm like, dude, there's a huge uptick in these negative comments. And I'm bringing this up because, number one, I want you to know I'm not deleting them. Okay. I'm not deleting. Now, if there's some like spam, like, oh, here's my friend, Mr. Forex crypto, whatever. Yeah, that's bullshit. But if it's somebody who I can tell is blatantly just trying to cause a stir, that is blatantly trying to make me look bad or to question me or whatever in a negative light, I'm not taking it down. Okay. Here's what I want you guys to look at when you're looking at these comments, guys. And I love that you guys are on this channel. I appreciate you guys being on this channel, but I want you guys, as you see these things, because I'm not going to take them down. Okay. And I'll tell you why here in just a moment, but I want you to ask yourself, why are these people that are leaving these comments not posting from real accounts? Okay. Why are the people that are not doing it? Why is it always Sky Guy 4747 that's posting and saying some bullshit about this, that, or the rest, right? With a fake profile picture or an AI generated profile picture, right? Why, if these people have been through my program or have bought my stuff or have actually done the model, why wouldn't you just comment from your own profile and say, hey, tried this for years, didn't work, was in his program, didn't work? Whatever the case is. No, it's never the case, because it's always people that create fake profiles and create spam accounts. And instead of going and creating something on their own, they're leaving these comments. Now, I don't know who it is. I don't care who it is. What I want you guys to realize is that it's going to happen, and I'm not going to be the person that deletes it. And you could say, well, why didn't you delete it? Why didn't you clean up the channel? I want you to see that I'm 100% confident. I'm okay with people leaving the comments. I'm okay with that because, guys, here's the deal. is I want you, not only do I not discourage you from asking the tough questions, I want you to ask the tough questions. When I say something, when I say this niche works, I want you to go, bullshit. Let me prove it. If I say, whatever I say, if I say, hey, it's better to rent first, then rank, I want you to think about it. And I want you to disagree with me. I want you to say, well, actually, I don't think that. I think that it's better to rank and then rent. And here's why. And I would love to hear that. I am confident in my position and the things that I say because I've done them and I've tested them and I've tried them. And so I not only do I not discourage that, I welcome it. I want you guys to be questioning. I want you to ask the hard questions, because if you're just sitting there believing everything that I say, you're going to believe the next guy and the next gal and the next gal and the next guy. And guys, you're just going to go like the freaking wind, and you're just going to flurry, and you're not going to make any money, and you're going to be in the same spot today, the same spot in a year as you are today. Okay. So I'm okay with that. And I don't mind. Ask me the tough questions. Disagree with me in the comments. That's fine. In fact, I love that. It allows me to show you and to become even more anchored in my position. And guys, if I'm wrong and I discover I'm wrong, I'll be the first to admit it. So I just want you to know you're probably going to see those if you start to look for it. I'm totally okay with that. But I want you to remember, as you start looking at them, was this person ever in the program? Or is this just some troll that's, whatever it is? I don't know what the MO is. I don't know if it's somebody else that has a program that's dropping these comments. I don't know, nor do I care. But I want you guys to know that I'm 100% confident in the way that I teach this and the way that I do this. And enough so that I'm not sitting there waiting for something and just hurrying deleting. I'm okay, man. I don't care. And any of those people, any of you that are leaving those comments, you know what I would love to extend the invitation? Let's hop on a live. Why don't you come on the DRE Show? Why don't you ask me those questions live? Why don't you ask me those questions over Zoom with your camera on and my camera on, and let me answer the question? Because I would love to. If you disagree, let's talk through it and you can show me what's better. So anyway, guys, I want you to not just listen to what I'm saying, but also learn the lesson here of like, I am so sold on this process. I am so sold on this model and how I teach it, because I've done the other things. I've tried the other ways, and this has done and gone so much better than doing it those ways. So anyway, guys, I just wanted to just mention that I personally have noticed an uptick. Maybe it's coincidence. I don't think it is, but I'm leaving it. Go check it out. It's fine. If what I'm saying is true, if these things are true, if these things actually work and you can make money from this business model, then I should welcome the questions, shouldn't I? I think so. So I'm going to continue to welcome. If you have questions, ask them. If you disagree, say it. I'm okay with that. Come on live, jump on, get it. When I do a Zoom link, let's talk, man. Let's get on the live and let's debate. If you think SMMA is better, let's rip, man. I think that'd make some great content. And if you could convince me, man, I'm jumping ship. You ain't getting it, but let's do it. So guys, anyway, that's it. That's what I want to say. And then lastly, guys, is I just want to say this. Is I've learned in life, and especially in business, that when you're going through and you're listening to somebody and you're doing a deal and something feels off, okay? Something feels off, it usually is. When something feels off, it usually is, okay? If you're listening to somebody on YouTube and you're like, something just feels off. He's dropping numbers that just doesn't seem legit. Like it just seems, I don't know. It probably is. And I would encourage you to ask the tough questions. Go dig deeper, watch more of their content, figure out how you can find out and really ask those questions, because when something feels off, it usually is. And guys, I had an experience literally last week or a week and a half ago. I've been under contract to buy this property in Las Vegas, okay? And it's got this incredible view of the Wynn golf course. I mean, just spectacular views. I'm always in Vegas. I love the idea of just having a spot down there, maybe to Airbnb, whatever. And yeah, I got $100,000 less than what it was asking, what they were asking in December. I got under contract while I was in Africa. I was doing my due diligence. We had all the financing. Everything was done. We're like, literally, in fact, is today, I don't even know if is what today is, but we were supposed to be closed by now. Okay. Anyway, I went and I looked at it. I was like, you know what? We need to go down. So last Friday we went down and we went and looked at the house. Okay. And anyway, I went in there and something fell off. Something fell off. I couldn't explain it. The deal looked good. Everything looked good on paper. It's like, kind of looked like a great deal. And I loved the view, man. The view was amazing. And I really wanted the property, but something fell off. And I started to ask the questions. I said, let's go check out the gym. So we went down to the gym, and the whole fourth floor completely torn up. There was a flood and all this shit, right? So I'm like, that's kind of weird. And we kept looking, and we go to the garage, and it's just, there's just all these things weren't adding up. And I didn't know exactly what it was. But I pulled out the deal. And it was a pain. And I know that I broke my realtor's heart, and he's banking on the commission and the whole thing. And guys, I hate doing that to people. Like, he did all this thing. I'm like, dude, I wish there was a way I could pay you. I know I can't, but like, man, it just sucked. I really wanted to do the deal, but it didn't feel good. It didn't feel right. And so thank God I went and I looked at the property and I asked the tough questions, guys. Don't believe everything you see. If it feels weird, dig. If it feels off, ask. Okay. This is just my 2 cents. Okay. So guys, with that said, let's get into the show. Okay. Let's see who we got in here. We got anyone new? Doron Pella. Thanks so much for doing this all the way from Sierra Leone. I love it. Okay. Hidden knowledge. What's going on? Neo's in the house. The real Neo. Giovanni. Yemi's still on. Anyway, beautiful. Okay, guys, let's get into this, guys. I love this. I love this show. Thank you guys for being here. Really appreciate every single one of you. I'm going to be giving away some swag. We already gave some to Nick Basarab, but we're going to be giving away some free merch, 100% free, not you pay for shipping, 100% free on me. So let's get into this, guys. I want to share this to start. Okay. I have learned, and I've started to realize that the people that win are the ones that they kind of have that I don't give a fuck how I feel today. Okay. That's that kind of person. Okay. No matter how I feel, I'm doing it because I put it on a piece of paper and said I was going to do it this week. I'm going to do it. And those are the type of people that win long term. Those type of people are the ones that beat everybody. They're the people that win. Even when you look at two people side by side, and one person has all the sales skills and one person's smooth and they can talk well and they've got the degree or they got the business experience. And then you got this other person, right, that has no sales experience. They've never done online, but they do what they set out to do. They say they're going to do this thing today. They say they're going to do this thing this week. They don't care. It doesn't matter if they're sick. It doesn't matter what. They are going to do it. And I'm going to tell you guys exactly what happened to me this week. And I think you guys might have seen my post on Thursday. So Thursday, I'm going to tell you about Thursday. Okay. And this ties in exactly with this whole sweatpant millionaire lifestyle. Okay. By the way, what I would like to know really quick in the chat as I get into this is how many of you guys are working full-time from home right now? Full-time from home. How many of you guys in the comments, who's working full-time from home on their business? Okay. Not their 9 to 5, working for whatever. Who's full-time from home right now on their business? Okay. I want to know in the comments. Okay. So guys, Thursday, this is what happens. This was the 22nd. Okay. It's my daughter's birthday. I wake up and it was a couple of bad days of sleep in a row, just like some really shitty sleep. And it just snowballed. And I woke up that morning with absolutely zero energy. Okay. On top of that, my phone, I don't use a case. So I set it face down because the cameras make it lopsided. So I set it face down on the edge of my nightstand and I put it on vibrate. I don't do my alarms on vibrate. I don't do the noise because I don't want to wake up my wife. So I have my phone and it's on the corner and I didn't hear my alarm. I was exhausted and it had vibrated off of the table onto the floor and it was on the carpet. Just zzz, I didn't hear it. Right. So I woke up late. Okay. Like I said, it was my daughter's birthday. So I drug my ass up to the office and I was behind. I'm like, dude, I had to be perfect last week and I was already behind. I was feeling stressed. I came up here really, really quick. She wasn't awake yet. And I was like, I got to knock something out really quick so I can spend a few minutes with her. So I spent about 30 minutes working. I'm just feeling sleepy as hell. I feel like, dude, I need not a cocaine, a caffeine shot just injected in my arm to give me a jolt. Anyway, I knocked something off the list. Okay, boom. I go downstairs and we head outside. She got like a new moped or whatever. So we're hanging out. And this is about 8:30, 9 o'clock, right? and I've got my day. It's got to be perfect. And I had budgeted an hour or so to be able to spend some time. So I was still okay. I woke up a little bit late, but I was still kind of on track. And we come back in the house and we open presents and I change, and it's my time to go to the gym, right? And that's my only window of time is I got to go at like 9 o'clock, 9:30, whatever that time is. And I get dressed and I look over and there is and I'm feeling like shit, by the way. I already told you guys this, and we got the family there, and I look over and there's a massive box. You guys know Einstein Bagels, right? This bagel shop. And I don't know who it was. My sister-in-law had bought this huge thing of bagels, and they got the cinnamon cream cheese, cinnamon spread. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, dude, I'm a human just like you guys. I'm sitting there and the thoughts going through my head is like, Nick, it's your daughter's birthday. Just take the day off, just get a bagel, sit down. Let's just be normal, dude. Just like, no one's going to know. No one's going to like think anything of you. You can say it was your daughter's birthday, whatever. You feel shitty. And then all these things. Yeah. If you do go to the gym, it's probably going to make it worse. I mean, I'm sitting here, I'm the best of the best of justifying, right? And I'm having all these thoughts. And again, these Einstein Bagels are calling my name. Okay. And I literally just had that moment of like, fuck it. Let's just succumb to the elements. Let's have a bagel and let's chalk it up to a day. And it's Thursday. I don't have any lives. I've had 3 solid days in a row. And I was this close, guys. I was this close. And I don't know what it was, but I remembered, I was like, dude, I'm trying to chase $1 million a month here. I'm trying to get to that $1 million per month goal that I've been chasing for a year. Okay. And choosing the Einstein bagel ain't going to get me there. And then I remembered, hey, I've hired somebody to help me to get this specific physique and to get in the best shape of my life and to get under 10% body fat. And I have this goal that I said I was going to do, and that ain't going to help. Right. And anyway, all these different things, guys. And I'm here to tell you that was one of, if not the longest day. Last Thursday was one of, if not the longest day I've had in 2023. It sucked ass. I drug my ass to the gym. I chose the pre-workout over the bagel. I remember the freaking the body goal. And guys, that was the longest hour workout of my life. From there, I came home and it wasn't pretty. It was not a pretty day. I got the shit done I needed to get done, but I'm telling you, I clawed my way through the day. Okay. It was not pretty. I had to stand up because I was like drowsy and I was trying to like get focused. I had to stand up multiple times, walk outside. I had to go work outside for a second. I had to lay on the floor and take a little nap. Like, I clawed my way through the day. Why am I telling you guys this? And what does it have to do with the Sweatpant Millionaire lifestyle? I'm telling you this, number one, because I'm human. And these days where we don't want to do shit, these days where we don't want to go and be superhero, where we don't want to go and make cold calls all day, they happen to everybody, even me, even at the level I'm at. And I know I'm not at the top, guys, but even where I'm at, these things happen to me all the time. Okay. But the difference between me and most people is that I still do the shit that needs to be done. I still got it done. I still went to the gym. And it wasn't just, I went to the gym. I fucking went to the gym. It was hard. I came home and I was focused. And if I stopped being focused, I stood up and I went and got a drink, whatever it is. I came and I sat back down. I got the things done. Okay. I did the things that needed to be done when they needed to be done. And I didn't let that change. I didn't let how I felt change that. Okay. Guys, all of this to say, this whole life that we're trying to build here, this whole digital nomad life, laptop lifestyle, it is very sexy in theory. Okay. And I'm telling you, it is amazing. Once you get on the other side of it and you're actually living it, there are days when I'm like, dude, this is far better than I even expected. And I had some high expectations. It is the most amazing thing ever. I wouldn't trade it for anything, but it is very, very difficult. But what I want you guys to know is that the people that are going to win are not the people that are the slick salespeople, not the people with the business experience, not the people that have had other successful online businesses. It's the people that create a roadmap of how they're going to get to their goal, and they execute the roadmap, and they don't care how they feel. They don't care how much they slept. They don't care about what's going on in their personal life and the fight that they had with their wife or their spouse or whatever last night. They just get it done. Okay. And the reason why I've been able to get to where I'm at, the reason I've been able to crawl out of $60,000 of debt is because I've consistently created a habit of doing those things. And I've done it over a long enough time horizon that now it's starting to snowball. And now things are starting to pick up. And now deals are starting to happen. And now the momentum's caught. And now it looks like, oh my gosh, it's so easy. Trust me, guys. If you would have been in my shoes on Thursday, you'd been like, holy shit, why do I feel so shitty today? Like you had such a good Wednesday and a good Tuesday and a good Monday. It's going to happen to you guys. So let's talk about this. Let's talk about our topic today, which is becoming and living the sweatpant millionaire lifestyle. Guys, if you have questions on this topic or any questions for that matter, I want you guys to start dropping them in the comments. We're going to hopefully have some time to cover this shortly. Okay. What I want to say though is first, I call this the sweatpant millionaire lifestyle because sweatpants represents doing whatever the hell you want, right? Wearing sweatpants if you want, but maybe you just want to be butt ass naked. Maybe whatever you want to wear a suit. Maybe it's not even about what you wear, but it's about doing it the way that you want to do it, right? That's what the sweatpant millionaire lifestyle represents. It doesn't actually mean wearing sweatpants, although I really like to wear sweatpants, even though it's almost July. Okay. I also want to let you guys know that I call it the sweatpant millionaire lifestyle, but 99% of people will never become millionaires. They won't, because they won't do it. And I could sit here and I could tell you exactly what I did to become a millionaire. I can tell you exactly the things that I followed, the niches that I went into, the ad copy that I put up, the things that I say. I can give you my script. I do this for people, right? This is my program. And 99% of people will not become millionaires, because they won't do it. They'll try to outsmart me. They'll try to outsmart the system that works. And I was almost victim of doing that exact same thing. But I'm just here to tell you that as we're discussing this, and we're talking about the sweatpant millionaire lifestyle, I'm talking about being free. I'm talking about being rich. And I'm talking about being rich in terms of financial freedom, in terms of freedom, but financial freedom, time freedom, location freedom. That's what I'm discussing. Okay. Doesn't matter about sweatpants. I'm not actually talking about $1 million. I'm talking about the lifestyle. I'll do it when I want, how I want, where I want, but there are challenges, guys. So in 2016, when I sat, as I was preparing this, I sat there and I just tried to remember these thoughts. And I remember back in 2016, guys, remember at the time I was knocking door to door. Every single day I would go choose a neighborhood, go and literally knock cold doors. That's it. And try to sell my product. I had no leads. I didn't know how to generate leads. I had no intel on these people. A lot of times these were like no soliciting neighborhoods. They didn't like us being there. Nobody likes the door-to-door guy. That was my job. And I remember in 2016, and I heard this model. And there was, and it was like this light bulb. And I remember just thinking, and just, I just would daydream of, dude, imagine this life where I wake up and I can just walk into my office in a robe and I could just make money from my iMac or from my whatever. Like, it was just this dream. And I'd seen, guys, got to remember 7 years ago, there were people doing it, but it wasn't as popular as it is now. And this whole idea was so infectious, guys. I could not put the idea down. It's all that I thought about. And I know some of you guys can relate to this. You hear about this and you want to consume every piece of content because you're like, this is the model. And if I could just, escape my 9 to 5, if I could just make X amount of dollars, man, I would have made it. I relate to that so much, guys. I couldn't put it down. I couldn't stop thinking about it. I couldn't stop thinking about this idea. I know it sounds stupid. I know you guys might think I'm saying this because I'm wearing a robe, but I literally had this idea of this waking up, walking to my closet, grabbing my robe, putting it over, maybe having the cup of coffee and just having my slippers wearing my slippers into the office and just pushing a couple buttons and boom, making money, right? I didn't realize it was going to, take cold calling and all this different stuff. But I remember thinking, dude, if I could just make $10,000 a month and I wouldn't have to go knock doors. Are you kidding me? I wouldn't have to go knock doors. I wouldn't have to go move irrigation pipe. I wouldn't have to go and freaking put on irrigation boots and go play in the mud and work on the farm all day. And I could make $10,000 a month. Like, are you kidding? There's no way, dude. There's no way. And this idea of making money from anywhere, from home, from the beach, from the resort, from Mexico, all while wearing the robe or the sweatpants, guys. It was this absolutely just, it was a mental masturbation. It was. And I would think about it all the time. Like I would be out there knocking doors. I'd be like, man, there's this thing. And I couldn't quit. I couldn't put this down. Okay. So guys, I know what it's like. I know when you're not living that life, how tantalizing it sounds. Okay. Now, let me tell you about, let's fast forward to today. Let me just describe how my days look. Now, I'm not at a point where I just don't work. I don't think I'll ever be to that point. I genuinely, truly think I'll always just be working. I love building. I love growing. I love that feeling, that exhausted but satisfied feeling when I do something extremely difficult and I build something that, or do something that 99% of people wouldn't do. That's what gives me that confidence. And we just talked about this last week in Digital Landlords. I talked about confidence. But I want to just describe, right? Keep in mind, 7 years ago, I'm knocking doors. That's how I'm making my money. That's how I'm paying the bills. That's how we're paying the medical bills to have our baby, right? Our 3 kids is from door to door. So let me tell you about now. Let me tell you about what it's like now. Okay. And it's not exactly where I want it to be, but man, we've come a long way. So an average day for me right now, this is the reality of how much my life has changed. Maybe I should start by saying when I started this, maybe you guys will relate to this even a little bit more. When I heard of this concept, when I heard of this idea of digital real estate, my day-to-day was waking up in the morning. I would immediately do a slight bit of studying, like 5 pages of studying. And I had this exact routine. I would then, me, my wife, and my kid, we would drive to the gym. Okay. And the gym was quite a ways away. So it's about a 2-hour routine by the time we got there, and daycare and the hour workout, came back. I'd come back and I would make breakfast while I was listening to a podcast or sales training, whatever. As soon as I got done with breakfast, I would go get in the shower while I listened to a podcast or a sales training or a sales pitch or whatever the case is. After I got in the shower, I would get dressed. I would go down to what we called the bagel meeting, which is the meeting for anyone that didn't get a deal, right? Bagel, 0. I would go down to the bagel meeting and I would be on the front row asking questions. Or when I was a manager, I would run the meetings, right? As soon as that got over, we'd go back. I'd hang out for a few minutes with my kid, my wife, whatever. But my mind was like, I was getting those butterflies, like trying to get myself pumped. Then I would go back and we'd have our actual meeting. This is our daily meeting that we'd have, and everybody was required to do this. So I'd have another meeting. Then I'd grab my sandwich or whatever, and I would drive to a neighborhood, and I would go from 1:30 to 2 o'clock until dark, knocking doors, asking for money. That was my life. So guys, yes, I was very tantalized by the idea of being able to pick up, wake up, put on a bathrobe and walk in my office and be able to sit behind a computer, make money, guys. Some of you guys that don't appreciate this don't know what it's like. I lived with constant anxiety for 4 years of, oh my gosh, I got to do that again tomorrow. And I got to do that again tomorrow. And oh my gosh, thank goodness it's Saturday. So we have one day off because we didn't do this on Sunday. And then by Sunday at 5 o'clock, all I could think about was, oh my gosh, tomorrow's Monday. Guys, that was my life. Here's my life now. Okay. I wake up. I don't wake up crazy early. I'm not a 4 a.m. freaking Jocko Willink, David Goggins. I'm not. I'm really not. I wake up 6:30, 7 o'clock. Okay. I say hi to my kids really quick, and then I put on the robe. I put on the robe, baby. Throw on the robe, right? Obviously, this is a metaphorical robe, but oftentimes it is the robe. And I grab my water and I come up to my office. And then the very first thing that I do behind my computer, in my AC or my heat, whatever the temperature is, I get something that is creative done. Something that if I don't do it, I'm not going to spend doing it, but I love it. It's stimulating to my mind. I come in, I do that. Okay. And that's how I spend the first part of my day. By 8 o'clock, I am sitting on a Zoom call, doing a sales call. And whether it's for, my agency, whether it's for bringing in a new student, guys, I have salespeople that do this, but I am still on these calls. I am still jumping into these calls and making sure that these guys are doing it correctly, making sure that I'm doing the sales training, making sure that everything is perfect. That's what I do at 8 o'clock. Okay. And then for the next couple hours, guys, I'm doing work. I'm solving problems. I'm creating content. I'm figuring out how to make my program the best program on the internet. I'm dealing with this issue. I'm putting that fire out. I'm paying that commission or approving that commission. I'm just doing work. When I get tired after a few hours, sometimes it's 10 o'clock, like today, it's going to be at, 11:15, 11:30 my time. Sometimes it's 2 p.m, whatever. Whenever I get tired, I grab my keys, I put on my gym shorts, I mix my pre-workout, and I drive to the gym, and I just completely turn off my phone and I go and I work out, right? When there's about 15 minutes left with my gym, I order DoorDash to my house every single day, Chipotle. 100% of the days it is Chipotle, so that when I get home, it is made, I can eat it, it's done. So I come home, I eat that, I shower, and then guys, the afternoon, I come back to the office. So sometimes I'm up here, sometimes I'm sitting by the pool, sometimes I'm taking a call on a drive. Sometimes we are taking the boat out and spending a couple hours on the lake. Sometimes I'm doing 9 holes with Cowboy Kyle and we're talking business. Guys, that's it. Some variation of what I just described is what I do. But here's the key, is while I'm doing this, I am making money. No matter whether I'm at the lake, no matter whether I'm at the gym, no matter if I'm in the Versace bathrobe, no matter if I'm freaking taking a shower in the middle of the day, I am making money. My assets are working while I am not, guys. My clients are paying me recurring revenue, and I am living the dream life, the life that maybe not your dream life, the life that I dreamed 7 years ago. Okay. So what I want to do is I want to go over and I want to tell you guys some of the things that I've learned, some of the things that I would tell you guys as maybe you're somebody that's trying to get into this and eventually once you can quit your daytime job and you can do this full time, this is the life that you want to live as well. And guys, it is amazing, but it's not without its challenges. Maybe you're somebody that's already in this life and you're working full time and you're like, man, this has been harder than I thought. I thought working from home was the shit. And now it's just proved to be problem after problem after problem. And now I'm dealing with this and that and the rest. So guys, I want to talk about from somebody who's been doing this since 2017. Remember, I started into this model in 2016, got sidetracked, started a software company, and this is all quotes because it didn't go anywhere. Got distracted by the end of 2017. By July 28th, I think it was, or 29th, I was doing online. I was selling SEO deals. I was trying to pay the bills. And so since 2017, I've been doing this thing called the laptop lifestyle, right? Now there's different layers to this. If you're brand new to this channel, you're brand new watching this show, there are different layers to online businesses. There are businesses that allow you location freedom, but they don't give you financial freedom and they don't give you time freedom. You have to be by your phone. You have to be answering calls. You have to be catering to the client. When they say to do this, you do that. When they want this color of text, you better change it quick. And if you don't answer while you're whatever, you're losing the client. I've been in those businesses, guys, but I'm not anymore. That's why we're doing lead generation. So guys, I'm going to talk about some of these things, and I want anyone that has questions, anything that you've been running up against as you've been trying to transition into this lifestyle, or as you've been in this lifestyle and you're like, man, this ain't exactly what I thought it would be. I want to talk about it. I want to address it. I'm here to tell you there are pros and there are cons. Okay. But I'm going to just go through, I made a list of things that I have learned, things that if you came to me today and said, hey, Nick, I'm going all in on this. I've got some savings. I'm going to go all in on this, and I'm going to be working from home full time. I'm going to be living that lifestyle. What advice would you give me? This is what I would give you. Okay. So I'm going to go through them, and I may, comment a few things on each one. I may not, I might just say it. Okay. So first, number one thing that I have learned over 7 years of doing this, over living this lifestyle, this laptop lifestyle, this sweatpant millionaire lifestyle, as I like to call it, is guys, if you do not plan your week and your days, like I plan my week on Sunday, I plan my days every single night, the night before. If you do not do that, you are fucked. And you will not get anything done. And you will be spinning your wheels. And you will be spending more time at this than you were at your previous job, making the same or less at this with way more stress and way more headache. Plan your week, plan your day. Wake up on Sunday, take an hour and a half, turn off the noise, turn off your phone, get open a notepad, open whatever, and plan your week and plan your day. Because if you do not, I promise you, you will be wasting a lot of time. And it took me a long time to realize this, but I do this every single Sunday. And sometimes I have to sneak it in at weird places. Yesterday, Saturday night, we had a really late night. And I'm like, I'm not waking up early. I'm just not, right? I made sure we went to my parents' house yesterday. And on the way home, I said to my wife, you need to drive. I'm going to put my headphones in, and I'm going to be planning. And then when I get home, I'm going to finish planning. And I spent between the drive and coming up here, I spent about 2 hours planning my week. I have to get it done. It's that important. Okay. And then every single night I go and I'm like, okay, here's my plan. Here was my weekly plan. Now let's finalize tomorrow. And I know what I'm doing at 8 o'clock. Guys, I know that as soon as this call ends at 11 o'clock in 14 minutes, or maybe we go over a little bit over, I'm going to upload this video and then I'm going to go and change into my gym clothes. And I've got 8 minutes exactly to get to the gym. And while I'm at the gym, I've got an hour and 15 minutes. And then I've got 5 minutes to go. I know exactly what I'm doing every single day because I've been doing it so long, and you have to do this shit. Okay. Second, create a schedule and stick to it, or you won't get anything done and you'll spend all day in your office. And I know that kind of sounds similar to the first one, but what I mean by that is, guys, one of the things that we love about this business model, it's so attractive, is this whole flexibility, doing it when I want, how I want, from where I want, which I love. But if you do not have a set schedule that is your default every single week, then you are going to get torn with the wind. If you wake up and say, well, today I'm just really not feeling like whatever, I'm just going to get to it later. You won't get to it later. And guess what's going to happen? Something else is going to come up, and then you're going to get invited to dinner, and then your wife's or spouse or significant other is going to want to watch Netflix, whatever, and you're getting it pulled off. So for me, even though I don't have anyone to answer to, even though I don't have to be at my computer at certain hours, for me, I have specific hours that if there's nothing else going on, if I don't have a trip, or if I'm not doing some special content, whatever, I am in these spots. Guys, I could tell you what I'm doing 3 Mondays from now at 10 a.m. Well, obviously, because I'm doing the show at 9 a.m. I can tell you exactly what I'm doing. I can tell you what I'm doing at 11:15. I can tell you what I'm doing at 2 p.m. I have my default schedule, and obviously stuff changes, and that's the luxury of it. And if I decide to travel, awesome, I'll change that, and I'll do it the week before, whatever. But when you are home, when you are just on your regular grind, have a schedule and stick to it. Okay. Number 3 that I've learned while you are working, okay, delete social media. Delete it off your phone. Take your Instagram app, delete it. Take your Facebook app, delete it. Take your TikTok app, delete it. Okay. What I do is when I am at night. So here's what I do is at nights, I delete all my shit. Okay. I delete all my apps, period. All of them, all of the apps. And I do not get on those unless I am posting about, maybe this show, whatever, unless I'm posting inside of the free group, unless I'm putting up a piece of content, whatever. And when I do those things, if I can, I do it on the desktop. If I can't, I download the app, like just barely. I post it on our Instagram, and I open the app. I made a video, posted it, shared the link, deleted Instagram. It's off my phone, baby. It's off. It is off. I delete it during the day. And my whole thing is this, guys. Produce. I'm okay spending 20 hours a day on my phone as long as I'm producing during those 20 hours. I'm not consuming. Delete social media. Here's a sweet little hack. I think I've shared this before. Guys, Facebook, when you open it, and it's really easy to justify because you're like, hey, there's this Facebook group, and there's some really great tools. But what happens is you open it and you see, and Facebook does a really good job of like putting something up there that's hey, that's really interesting. That's my buddy that went to the lake. Oh my gosh, he's got a new girlfriend. He's got whatever, and we get distracted. We go to these wormholes. There's a really cool plugin. I think it's on or extension on Chrome. It's called News Feed Eradicator. News Feed Eradicator. Go to your, by the way, if you guys aren't using Chrome, I don't know what you're doing. Go get Chrome. This is not an affiliate link, but Chrome seems to work way better than all the rest. Use Chrome, go to the Chrome extension store, whatever, type in Newsfeed Eradicator. Download this on your computer. And what's going to happen is when you open Facebook, you're going to get some cheesy bullshit quote instead of your feed. Now, I'm not doing it because I get motivated by the quotes, but I open Facebook and I don't go down the wormhole of, oh my gosh, little Timmy decided to go on a trip to Jackson Hole. Who gives a shit, right? I love Timmy, love him, but I don't care and I shouldn't care. So guys, huge tip, delete social media. Now, what I do is at nights, once I get my planning done and the rest, I open up my Instagram and I take all the photos and the videos that I've taken during the day and I post them because I think it's very important to be building your brand. I think it's very important to be posting. I think it's very important to be relevant. I think it's very important to be growing your accounts. And I do a lot of it. Some of you guys are probably like, damn, how do you get all that done? I do it in batches. And at night, I'm like, okay, boom, I'm going to post all these different things that I did. And I'm going to write up a post and I do it all and I delete that shit, guys. Be somebody that's a producer, not a consumer. This has been a huge thing for me because in the beginning, when I started doing this, when I started doing the online business and I had the laptop lifestyle, I would literally get sucked down an hour wormhole, and all of a sudden your energy is sucked and you're like, oh man, today just kind of sucks. Let me just scrap today and let's go play pickleball. Let's go play golf. Let's go do whatever. Nope. Produce, post, delete that shit. Okay. If you can help it, stay on your desktop because it's way harder to consume. So in my opinion, get the news feed eradicator, delete shit during the day, post at night, and be done with it. Guys, if you're going to be in groups and looking for questions and making and adding value, great, but we don't need to be consuming, guys. That does not make us money. Okay. Number 4. Okay. It is very important, in my opinion, to get up, get dressed, and get ready for the day. Okay. I posted a video about me cold calling 2 weeks ago. Sorry, 10 days ago, 2 Fridays ago, not this last Friday, but the one before. And before I did that, I got on a new shirt. I put on my watch. Whatever. Get ready for the day. Feel good. I know this is funny because I'm in a Versace bathrobe, but I feel good in this thing. I feel like I'm living out the dream and it feels good. It feels comfortable. Like, this is a $500 robe, and I feel good in this thing. Whatever that is. And maybe it's freaking butt ass naked. And if that's the case, all the more power to you. I think that's pretty rad. Okay. But get ready for the day. Treat this like a real business. Okay. All right. Number 5, you must, not you should, you must talk with your spouse / significant other / kids, and let them know that just because mom works from home does not mean it's a free for all. Does not mean that mommy can leave the kids on the couch and go to the store or go get her nails done for 4 hours, because guess what? Little whatever is going to cry and it's going to throw you off, and you need to be doing your shit. So you got to have that conversation, and you got to say, hey, look, babe, well, I understand I'm working from home and it's really nice. It's really convenient because I can get off at 5 and I'm home at 5:01. I can walk downstairs and I'm ready for dinner. However, I need to treat this like a real business. And you can't, like, you just have to have that conversation. Whatever that looks like for you, that's fine, but you have to have this conversation. We've been able to figure this out. It was very difficult in the beginning because it was like, well, you're working at home. What does it matter if little guy's sleeping in the crib? Well, it matters because I can't put my headphones in because I'm worried about him crying. So now I can't focus. And then if he does cry and it takes you have to have this conversation, guys. And it looks different for everybody else, but me and my wife, we talk about it. When I'm working, you don't fucking mess with me. Nobody knocks on my door. Nobody calls me. Nobody bugs me. If you want to leave me something outside the door, you want to slip me a note, awesome. But we do not mess with dad. He's building shit. He's building big shit. Don't mess with him. And yes, we're in the same house. I can hear him right now. They're down at the pool. Awesome. I can see him right now. I can see my sister-in-law. They're down on a slide. Awesome. Have that conversation. I promise you guys, it will save you so much contention, if I could use that word. Okay. Number 6, change your environment. Changing your environment is not just nice, it's necessary. When you start working from home, you're going to start looking at the same walls and you're going to go, oh my, and guys, when you start, you're not going to have a nice office. You're going to be sitting there with some little card table with a laptop, with a MacBook, or maybe not even that. Maybe you have a Chromebook, and you're going to be in a little dingy room, and it's going to get stuffy. And you're going to go, oh my gosh, I've been sitting in this chair for a long time. And we look at some of these people on YouTube and they've got the nice offices and they're sitting by the pool and the whole thing. Guys, I didn't start like that. But so it's very, very, very important that you continually change your environment. Go to Starbucks, go like what I'll do sometimes. And I don't do this as much now because I love where I work and I love this house. But I used to just tell my wife, hey, I'm going to Vegas for 3-4 days. Like, I got to get out of here. I'm going to go get a hotel room and I'm just going to go work. Like, I'll go to the Venetian. There's a cafe there. There's a gym there, and I won't leave, dog. I'm not even by the pool. I'm in the room working, but I got to get out. It's not just nice. It's necessary. Okay. Number 7, if you want to make big boy money, you need to treat this as such. You can wear sweats and still be professional. Okay. You can wear sweats and still be professional. All the time, people are like, I don't know, it's not going. And I look at their business and they don't have a schedule and they don't have whatever. They don't talk to their clients professionally. They don't deliver professionally. They're not treating this professionally. They wake up and just slouch in, whatever, do a few things. And then they're like, that's good. We're good. No, guys, if you want to make big boy money, you got to realize You're competing with people like me that are treating this like a real business. That when I woke up this morning, the very first thing I did was I outlined what my team needs to do. And then I planned, this show, and then I planned all my other lives. And then we were, okay, what content are we doing? And when are we Zooming? And guys, I'm treating this like a real business. I'm treating this like a real business. And that is what you're competing against. So if you think you're just going to lollygag into this and you're wondering why it's not working, that's why. Okay. If you want to make big boy money, you need to treat this as such. Okay. Number 8, your home office, whether it's a cardboard table in the corner, whether it's freaking the desk in the kitchen, because that's just the setup of your home. It doesn't matter. And you're putting your headphones on, you're just blasting rainforest music, which I've also done. Okay. Your home office is sacred. Okay. And what I mean by that is when you're at that chair, you're fucking working. You're sitting your ass in this chair. We're getting stuff done. We're making money. We're making moves. We're making shit happen. We're building for the family. We're making money so we can go invest in real estate. When I'm sitting in this chair, I am working. I'm not dicking around. I'm not watching. I've never watched Netflix on the screen. Okay. I don't have a TV in my office. I don't have any of that shit. Okay. I am working, and whatever that little space is, if it's I don't care. My little brother Porter, he does live sometimes, guys. You should see his janky ass setup. He's got a cardboard table and a 13-inch MacBook. Okay. When I started out, I had an IKEA desk. It was like $100, and I had a 13-inch MacBook that was like 4 years old. In fact, I bought it in 2013. It was 4 years old, and I wrote over 200,000 words of content, but it was sacred. When I was in that office, I was working. Okay. Your office is sacred. Okay. Number 9, these are just things that I've learned that help. Okay. Before you eat anything, right? Before you eat anything, make yourself do something hard. You know what I do every single day? And it changes a little bit. I'll either do a sales call or I'll make content, because those are 2 things that move the needle for me. So I guess I would change that and say, do something that moves the needle before you eat. And guys, when we do cold calls, you know what I like this last Friday, we did cold calls. I ordered everyone Chipotle for office, because of course we eat Chipotle. That's right. That's what I eat. I ordered it for everyone, and they're like, oh, should we eat? Should we eat? I'm like, no, hell no. Once we do the cold calls, then we can eat. Okay. So what I do is, and I did this in Africa, I would come home from the gym, and we went to the gym a little bit later, but I would literally come home, and before, I was starving. It was like 10 o'clock by the time I got home. I was like, I got to go and I got to create a YouTube video before I eat. So do something that moves the needle before you eat. I know it sounds really silly, but when you do this, you're training your brain of like, hey, I do hard shit first, and then I reward myself. And I know, again, it sounds like kind of a weird thing that's unrelated. This has helped me so much. Guys, I've not eaten yet. I have had some drinks. I haven't eaten yet. And I'm actually not going to eat until after the gym, but this has helped me a ton. Okay. Let's see. Last one, number 10. Guys, this has helped me tremendously as well. When you're at your desk, your sacred spot, put your phone on focus mode. Put your phone on focus mode. Well, my wife has to call me. Talk to your fucking wife. Tell her that you're busy. You are going to be working. You're going to be building for the family from X to X. And she can reach you from 12 to 1. I know some of you guys are going, guys, you got to have these conversations. When right now, my phone is on focus mode, and I forgot actually this morning to put it on focus mode. And I had a realtor call me, because I texted him yesterday, I want to look at this house. And he called me this morning, and I literally was like, oh shit, I forgot. Text him, I said, hey, I'll call you later. This is like 2-3 hours ago. I will call him on my lunch break. I will call him on the way to the gym, whatever. Put it on focus mode, get to your desk, put your ass in your chair, and get the stuff done that you plan for the week and for the day. Guys, these are 10 tips. And I have many, many, many more, but these are 10 things that I practice religiously. These are 10 things that I've learned by doing the opposite. These are 10 things that have helped me grow exponentially in my business. And some of them I know seem silly. And some of them, I'm not asking you guys to take them and just download them. I'm saying whatever one or ones that you just heard that you're like, hey, that's interesting. I think I'm going to try that out. I am asking you guys, rewatch this and take them and try them out and see if they work for you. That's what I'm asking you to do. As I started this call and I said, don't believe what I say. Don't just, because I say to do it, you shouldn't just do it. Test it, try it. Why is he saying that? Why does he do that? Guys, more important than what I'm saying is what I'm doing. Why is he consistently showing up every single Monday at 10 a.m. to deliver value to people, most of which have never paid him? Why? Why would he do that? Right? Why would he do? Look at what I'm doing just as much, if not more, than what I'm saying. This is what I do. I study people, man. I love studying people. And I go way past what they're saying and I watch what they're doing, guys. These are 10 tips. I'm going to go through them really, really quick as a recap. Number one is plan your week and plan your day. If not, you're fucked. That's just the reality. Okay. Create a schedule and stick to it if you want to get anything done. Okay. Number three, delete all social media. Bonus tip, use the newsfeed eradicator. Number four, get up, get ready, and feel like you actually got ready for the day. Number five, talk to your spouse, significant other, kids. Let them know the boundaries, okay? Number six, changing your environment is not just nice, it is necessary. Number seven, if you want to make big boy money, you need to treat this like a big boy business. And obviously, big girl fits in there as well. But I'm sure if I said big girl, then somebody would get offended that I called you a big girl. So I'm not going to say that. Actually, I don't give a shit. If you're offended, then fuck off and go get a new channel. Okay. I'm reading these from here because I listed all 10 of them. Number eight, your home office is sacred. When you're at that office, you're working. You're getting shit done. Don't train your mind that you're doing whatever. That is where you work and you make money and you build and you're creating your empire. Take a picture of that shit. You guys seen the picture of Jeff Bezos when he's got the freaking Amazon that's spray painted on that sign and he's in this dingy ass office? That shit's cool. That's where he started, guys. If you saw the office that I used to work in, I had this carpet that was like, first of all, we didn't have any tile on our floor. It was like that sticker, that linoleum, whatever bullshit. So it was completely cold, right? And then we got the lowest packaged carpet, right? Because we were cheap asses. And our carpet was like damn near like cardboard. And it was just the scratchy like sandpaper stuff. And I had this little teeny desk. The lighting was shit. It was a little IKEA desk that I thought was so dope. I did have an office chair that I was able to scrap together. One desk, an office chair, this entire office. That's all I had. And then eventually I added a bookshelf and stuff, but it was just this little ghetto office. And I had this 13-inch, 4-year-old 13-inch MacBook. And that is what I provided for our family on. Okay. And part of that's really awesome. Part of that is like, just the thought of it makes me kind of crawl in my skin because I remember being like, holy shit, I've got to go back in this office. That's why you got to change your environment. But that is your sacred spot. Okay. Number 9, make yourself do something hard before you eat. And number 10, use focus mode, abuse focus mode. I use focus mode all day, every day. And to the point where people are getting pissed at me. I have to look and make sure Kyle hasn't called me because he's like, dude, turn off your freaking focus mode. Guys, these are 10 tips when we're talking about living the laptop lifestyle. When we're talking about being a digital nomad, if that's what you want to do, you want to go travel. When we're talking about this sweatpant millionaire lifestyle that doesn't stand for being a millionaire. It stands for freedom. It stands for being rich, time rich, location rich, and financially rich. Or free. That's what we're talking about, guys. But this life, and this is what I want to wrap it up with, guys, is this life is possible. Okay. Anyone listening to this live right now, I truly believe if you ask me, if you've hooked me up to one of those little machines, right? And I had this conversation with a buddy the other day with Kyle. And if you hook me up one of these, whatever, is it poly, whatever test, and you said, hey, can anybody that applies this model, that goes through your program, can anybody make money? And I said to him this: anybody that takes my program, that follows it and does what we tell them, I truly believe I can show them and I can teach them how to get to 10 grand. I truly believe that if they'll actually do, I believe that. I believe, and some people it's going to take longer. Some people it's going to come more naturally. I truly believe that. And I said to him, do I think that everybody can become a millionaire from doing this? I don't think so. I don't think so, because you know what? I don't think it's just about that. I think that a lot of that, when you're getting to those levels, is there's a lot of shit you got to fix in here. And I don't think some people are willing to fix that. And so do I believe that every person can make money? Every person can replace their job? 100%. But very few people will actually take this advice and do it and make any money from it, much less $1 million. So when I say that, it's a representation of the lifestyle, not that you're going to be somebody that wears sweatpants every day that makes $1 million. Could you? Of course. Of course. If you want it bad enough, if you're willing to fix that shit, if you're willing to go through the learning curves and to go through the bumps, the bruises, of course it's possible. Okay. but 99% of you will not do it because it takes fucking work. And that's what you'll realize. You'll get into it and go, this is actual work. Oh man. On to the next thing. Well, what's this? Let me go try this. That seems easier. Okay. Guys, just because you work from home and have the freedom to set your own schedule does not excuse you from being disciplined. Okay. Just because you work from home and have the freedom to set your own schedule does not excuse you from being disciplined. In fact, that is the very reason that you should be disciplined. That said, guys, let me see what we got in the comments and we will wrap this up. I appreciate you guys being on. I love this. I'm using my phone today. My desktop is being weird. Okay. Hidden Knowledge says, let's see. Let's go a little bit further. Okay. I'm full-time from home. Curtis Horn, full-time from home. Nick Basaraba, full-time from home. Neo says, needed to hear this. Hidden Knowledge says, you make me hungrier. I love that. I love that. You know what's funny about being around hungry people? It makes you hungrier. It makes you, I had this conversation with my wife last night. She's like, you have the G-Wagon. Why are you looking at the fucking, why are you looking at like whatever, the Lambo or whatever the Rolls Royce? Why are you scrolling? Why can't you? I'm like, because that's it. I'm a human and I always want to ascend. I never want to be playing at the same league. And if I'm at the G-Wagon today, I want to be at the Lambo tomorrow and I want to be at the whatever the next day. And if I'm at this house, like that's okay. Everyone thinks it's a negative thing. It's okay. Lean into it, right? It drives me. Maybe it doesn't drive you. That's fine. Okay. Should I drop everything and run my own rubber paving empire? It depends. Are you going to be selling leads? Or are you actually going to be doing the rubber paving? That changes that greatly. Okay, future developer, Nick, I know you can't give an exact number, but around what price is your paid program? Future developer, we have a specific reason why we do it the way that we do. If you haven't already, apply. We have a million links. You just got to find them. I'm not going to just give it to you because if you can't find the link, you ain't cut out for it. Apply. We'll reach out if you qualify for it. And I know people are like, oh, it's a sales tactic. No, we read every word of these applications, every single word of these applications. And we don't get back with everyone. And we'll call some people and say, hey, I don't think this is a great fit. Why don't you try this? Why don't you try this and hit us up in 6 months, whatever. So anyway, if you're interested, apply. Let's see. Okay. Tanner, I love this, dude. Tanner says I'm about 55K in debt. Been there, running my own auto repair shop. It makes good money, but not profitable enough to get me where I want to go. Dre is Tanner, dude, here's an idea. Do what Shane Terrell did. Shane Terrell is one of my students. Amazing dude. He should have been one of my clients. I didn't close him, but we tried to sell him leads a couple years ago. Okay. Somebody else ended up calling him and selling him leads, like, I don't know, 6 months or a year later. Thank goodness he didn't buy leads from me because we didn't know what we were doing at the time. We were still doing mainly SEO. Anyway, Shane Terrell decides to buy leads from this guy. One day he's like, dude, what are you doing? He calls the guy up. He's like, hey, can I ask you how you're getting these leads? And he starts having a conversation. He's like, I'm doing this lead generation thing. And he starts getting interested in lead generation. Long story short, Shane Terrell has, as of 2 weeks ago, just sold his carpet cleaning business, completely exited from the carpet cleaning business. And he is full-time. Last I checked, he's making over $10,000 a month. This is gross, by the way, $10,000 per month from this business. He's no longer cleaning carpets. He's no longer dealing with that bullshit. He sold it to one of his employees and he is living this lifestyle. So my advice is use the model, go generate your own leads for your shop, and then either put it on autopilot or sell it off and live this, dude. I mean, if you love it, keep doing it, but generate your own leads. Use Dre to generate your own leads. And guess what? Maybe you could go and you could just go in all the surrounding cities and target all these auto repair shops. You're like, dude, I own an auto repair shop, but I decided I need to figure out how to get my own leads. So I started getting it. Dude, you would have the most gangster pitch because people would relate to you, bro. Tanner Slavic, I love it, dude. Okay. Javon, and by the way, Tanner, you're in a better spot than me because you have a business that's providing cash. I was $50,000 in debt with nothing. I was barely paying the bills with SEO. You have an auto repair business with hard assets. I'm guessing that's why you're actually in debt. Okay. Giovanni, have had some sales. How would you pay yourself starting out? Pay yourself the bare minimum. Keep everything in the business. Pay yourself whatever the bills are, bare minimum. And again, what I would do is buy your time before you go buy a Versace robe, which is a great purchase, by the way. Shit, it's a great purchase. Go buy yourself a VA. Go buy yourself a VA for $500 a month. This robe, you could go buy yourself a VA. You could go buy 40 hours of time for the same price as this bullshit. Okay. Just don't take money too early. Right. And if I don't know what your position, if you got kids, you got bills. I was in a position where I had bills. I had kids. I had a house payment. I had a couple cars. I had kids. We had certain kind of lifestyle. Like it wasn't crazy. It was like $6,000 a month, but it wasn't $1,000. Pay yourself the bare minimum. And then how can you buy yourself more time? Right? How can you go get people to do the stuff that's not moving the needle, the content, the website building, the keyword research, whatever, the due diligence. You obviously have to train them. You have to know what you're doing and then train them. But that's what I would do, this as little as possible until this thing's cooking. Okay. It's just my advice. Okay. Okay. Hi, Nick. Thanks to you. I have meetings. I love this. He's got meetings scheduled this week. Mr. Suri. I don't know how to say your first name. It's Essen, I think. Yemi, 100% on social media. It's a distraction with zero return to your progress. 1,000%. That's why I like working from an office too. I agree, guys. You know, something that I did is I went and at various times, I've went and got an office for a few months and it just had that change of environment. I bought an office. I bought an actual office, like I own the space that we work at. That's where Kyle's at. That's where Francesca's at. I went in there on Friday. I've only been in once since I got home from Africa, but I do agree. Sometimes it is nice to get out. I don't do it very often. I love working from home, because then I can't get asked questions. You got to get through silent mode. But it is nice. That's why that goes back to what I was saying, changing your environment. Okay. Dustin, good to have you on. He says, hey, Nick, do you have any rank and rant site? Yeah, I've got a bunch in Arizona. Dude, Arizona is a great spot because Phoenix, that whole big Phoenix area, you got Glendale, you got Mesa, you got Tempe, you got Queen Creek. You got all these little suburbs that in the right niche have search volume. Okay. So I love that market because there's a lot of little sub cities that you can really target. Okay. So yeah, great city. But for the main niches that you're thinking, the stuff I talk about, you're probably going to want to go outside the box a little bit because I'm guessing go check it out, but I'm guessing that there's people that have had that same thought. What about Arizona? What about Arizona? Okay. Let's see, 55 in debt, but yeah, making cash flow. Matt NG. Okay, great. Hell yeah, Nick Basaraba, congrats. Jordan Gus says, what's up, man? Time to change my future and ascend to the next level. Beautiful, guys. Thank you guys for being on this show. Okay, I love this. This is awesome. This is our 36th week in a row, guys. As I said, I'm going to end with this. I don't know how long I'm going to do this. I will always be producing content, but as I told you guys, the second I feel like people aren't appreciating it, I'm pulling that shit and I'm done. Now, I love we got a great turnout. I think the time works way better. We got a way better turnout than when I was in Africa. So I appreciate every single one of you guys being on the show. And again, as always, my commitment to you is that I will always make sure that I show up and I have something that is going to add value to you. I'm not going to waste your time. You're not going to get on this and go, this is a waste of my time. I will spend my time preparing something that I can share with you that I wish would have been shared with me when I was on the come up. Okay. And I'm on the come up, guys. I'm freaking so hungry. I'm just getting started, but that's my goal. So I appreciate you guys being on the show. If you have questions, if you have comments, drop them on the community section where I post. Ask them on the videos. I will do my best to answer every single question, every single comment. And guys, my whole goal is if I can make you money, I know you're going to